was requested to start cooking again. I have a fan in Canada. Arnold, I'm cooking. Anyway, it's cold. It's in the 40s. It's drizzly. The wind's blowing. I have a nice warm fire in the fireplace, and I'm going to make dinner because I have a precinct meeting tonight to go to. And I thought I really want some chili. Chili's nice and warm and comforting, and it just really goes good on a cold, cold, cold day. Yeah, I'm cold. Yeah, I'm gonna go snuggle by that fire in just a little bit. I have a friend coming over, and anyway, I've got a lot to do today, and I've also got to do something. I want to take something to the meeting tonight, so I haven't decided what I'm going to do just yet, so I'm kind of working on that as well. So I have my chili beans soaking. I don't know if you all can see them. And I'm cheating. I'm doing the Instapot because I didn't do this yesterday. I was gone, and so I'm kind of behind on some of my batch cooking. I've got my compost bowl ready to go, but cumin, and unfortunately I have to use canned. So I get the Winco canned, no salt added, the tomato sauce, and the no salt added. I feel like a lot of your food's already salted enough, and you can control what you put in it with your salt that you like. And I use the Redmond's salt, and sometimes a sea salt, real coarse sea salt, or but this way your body does need salt. And then some chili powder and a little bit of paprika and a red bell pepper, and then an onion. And it's so simple. I mean, this is a nice, warm, fast, comforting meal, and the Instapot really just takes it over the top. The cumin, to me, delicious. Now, you can add a few things. So a lot of people ask me, how do I get enough protein since I don't eat meat? And a lot of your protein can come from beans and plants. I kick it up a notch. Sometimes I add other stuff into the meals that normally you wouldn't add in there. I love green split peas, believe it or not, which blows my mind because I never thought I'd like a pea, period. But I do like green split peas. I do add some of them just to give it that extra nutrition and thickness. But this time I'm going to leave it out. We're just going to keep it plain and simple this time. Just a simple, warm chili for tonight for my husband and I. And I'm going to start off adding some cumin. And I like a lot of cumin. And, oh, just the smell is so good. And then just a paprika. I thought I would try this. I wasn't exactly crazy about it, but it's a gourmet paprika, and I'm going to use it up. And a little bit of chili powder. I'm kind of a wimp, so I just do a light amount, and then my husband can really add the spice to his bowl whenever I fix it for him. And like I said, this is so easy. I will be growing some paste tomatoes and some sauce tomatoes and some really good tomatoes and I've cleaned the lids before I did this. I'm kind of a stickler about having everything clean. You don't know how many people in the store have touched it. But I want to get back to getting my sauces. I know last year we had 90 some odd mile an hour winds come through here. What little tomato plants I had, broke them to pieces. And then I lost the ones in the greenhouse, and I just made a mess because of the electricity for the fans being switched out and the dehumidifier. So the outlet that I have that plugged into in there quit working for some odd reason, and so I had to wait for the electrician to come and fix that for me. Yeah, I really want an Opus Mega 3 generator for that. And also to add the other 4 solar panels I got, so that would make a total of 8. They're just 100-watt panels. I can't even talk, panels. And here in Oklahoma, you know, just for what little, there's not a lot of electricity that needs, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to talk and do things at the same time, and it just doesn't work at my age. The older I get, the more I just think, why did I just do that? Why did I just say that? That didn't even make sense. And then my mind is like, my mind is constantly going all the time, and sometimes what comes out of my mouth just does not make sense. Some days my husband looks at me and he says, what? I'm like, okay, let me slow down, back up, and then I'll think about it, and then we'll talk. But there isn't a need for a tremendous amount of electricity, I'll put it that way. You've got the squirrel cage to pull the air through the tubes, and then a fan. I do need another fan, and then the dehumidifier, and then the louver. And now you don't run all of that at the same time, but like if I run the louver to cool the greenhouse down, you turn off the geothermal and the other fans. There we go, throw all that in the compost, because I am a regenerative farmer and I put everything back into the earth, make my soil nice and rich. And I'm having a hard time with this onion today. Go figure. Why is it when you get on the video, just everything goes wrong? It's kind of funny. Anyway, Arnold's like, what are you making? I saw him in another live stream, and when are you gonna get back to making some soup? Well, today I wanna make some chili. It just sounds good, and every now and then I really crave some chili. Now what's really good in this also is to chop up some sweet potato. Oh man, delicious. And mind you, I will cry, so onions really get to me. I got to find my little kitchen fan, so if you put a little tiny kitchen fan where you're cutting the onion and blow the fumes away, then it won't burn your eyes. So I'm trying not to let that get me. I use a serrated knife on the onions. It seems to cut them and tomatoes better, peppers as well too. Sometimes I just get that stuff out. I really, really, really want a good knife set. Does anybody know what the best knives you can get? I know you probably need a blacksmith to go ahead and make you some. I would love a set of really good kitchen knives. Really, really good. Because it seems like the stuff made today just doesn't last. And they're sharp when you buy them, and then they dull up really quick, and then you have to sharpen, sharpen, sharpen all the time. And I have a knife sharpener that was my father's. I haven't unpacked it yet, so I'm still working on things. And I'll probably have to ionize it because it has a wooden handle. But here we go. We're just going to throw that in there. I used the whole onion. No, almost the whole onion. Sorry, my eyes are starting to water a little bit. I need my little scrapey thing to pick the onions up with. I forgot to get that out. And if you like spicy, you can add like pepper flakes, or if you're growing peppers, you can throw some hot peppers in there. I know my husband likes spicy. Oops, sorry, I've run into that 100 times now. Here we go. Just kind of fan the air so those fumes will go away from the onion. Now I'll cut this up. This should be a little bit easier to chop up. But I will not compost these seeds because this is a store-bought pepper. I do not save seeds from store-bought peppers. Number one, you don't know how they grow them. You don't know the variety. And most commercial varieties, I don't want to grow a commercial variety. So I will just throw away the seeds and stuff to this because I don't want that in my compost. It's still a little tart right here because of the onion. Oh, that makes my nose run too. The membranes and stuff from this. This is a kind of a crazy shaped bell pepper, so it was a little bit harder to cut. And not the best knife either. I'm gonna go ahead and just rinse it right here. Get those seeds down the sink. Oh, there's a little catcher thing right there, and I can empty it. There we go. Now I think I got all the seeds off, and I can chop it up smaller. Yeah, I'll do the serrated. It seems to cut a little bit better on these. Anyway, if you know of a good, I mean a really high quality knife set, the brand and everything, let me know. Because I've tried different knives over the years and not impressed. I've seen people make knives, or they'll get, some of the other channels will get some really nice knives sent to them. I sit there and drool because I'm thinking, oh man, I love a nice knife. I'm just going to chop it up, and you don't have to be specific. To me, as long as it gets in there and cooks, I'm good. It doesn't have to be shaped perfect, cut up perfect. It already smells so warm and comforting, and it won't take very long for this to cook. I will cook this probably about 25 minutes on high, the pressure cook, so that the beans will cook. There's nothing worse than crunchy beans. I've done that before. I didn't have time to slow cook it due to the beans. This is a nice, nutritious bean chili, and I'm sure there's all kinds of ways. I've done some videos on some recipes for different vegan chilies and such. I've got those somewhere on my channel. And I'm not technically savvy, so but I'll always cook again. I can always do new videos. Anyway, I thought I would do this really quick because I told Arnold I would, and then I had to go visit my daughter and grandson and take her a few things, and get to see my precious new grandbaby. He's gorgeous. I mean, I don't have permission from her. She made it real clear she doesn't want me to show him, and I respect that, but he's gorgeous. Just take my word for it. He's beautiful. All right, get that in there. And if you want to add a little bit more water, I think that might be necessary due to the beans once they get to cooking and swell up. You do not want your food to burn. I do have a handy little onion thing I can put the rest of that onion in because I eat onions every day. Love onions and garlic. I normally add a little garlic to this, but I'm leaving it as is because we've been eating a lot of garlic lately, and so we're okay on the garlic. I'm going to go ahead and add, we have really good water here and reverse osmosis, so I can drink right out of the faucet or get the water right out of the faucet. I love that little sink right there in the island. That just makes things a little easier. But I find myself constantly, I think it was a habit for so many years, going over to the big sink. And I keep forgetting I have this little sink right here that's nice and handy. So anyway, this is ready to go. However, except for the, there is something I do like to add, is some turmeric and some black pepper. And that is always good. My sister got me these. So I will add that to it and then cook it down. It should be ready in probably be over an hour, and then the Instapot. I let it just, I don't purge it, I just let it decompress all on its own. And I don't think this needs salt. If my husband wants some salt, he can add some to his. I think this right here is just good, except for the turmeric. I will get that out. But anyway, I thought I would bring you along. I know I love to cook. I love to play in the kitchen, and just sometimes just a simple, quick meal is all I'm in the mood for, and it just works. There's all kinds of options to chili, and especially plant-based. You can do all sorts of things. You can use different beans, but I went to Winco and bought the bulk chili beans, and they are really good. And then Trader Joe's has a good chili seasoning blend. And anyway, I will let y'all go. Thanks for joining me today, and that's for you, Arnold. I made some chili, simple. So up there in Canada where it's cold, you can make you a pot of this nice chili. Simple, easy as pie. All right, y'all, take care. Bye-bye. This is already got a bowl. Just want to show y'all. Yum. Nice, delicious chili. There's chili beans and the chunky tomatoes. I can't wait till I use garden tomatoes, but there it is. Alright, y'all. It's a nice vegan chili.